With the orcs now lying dead, you are able to
breathe,
hopefully recover, and to see what the state of play is. However, this big horse, clad in armour, with the danger gone, kind of nudges Bartholomew, but then turns to you, nudging you and looking concerned at you.
So at this point, I look. I can't. Even though when I saw the horse, it just brought back every memory of Dawnstar, which is probably why I sort of lost my head. At that point, I put my arm around him and I just basically lean on him. All you guys see is that I obviously know this horse, and at the moment I'm just overcome with emotion at the fact that this horse is here, and I've just got my head buried in this horse's mane, and I'm just holding on to the horse. Mind you, you look at me, you think I'm holding on to the horse to actually stand up. But anyone else, you can see that shoulders are going, and I'm overcome with emotion. And Bartholomew will probably come close as well. So the three of us are sort of there really close.
Rhea, is it safe to approach this thing? It looks as if it's trained. I don't want to get kicked coming to try and check on your wounds.
Yes, you'll be fine. Sorry.
It's fine, I can lecture you later. For now, let's just make sure that those wounds are not going to finish you off.
You do the lecturing, we'll look through the pockets.
Okay. Can we go? Can we just go? Rhea said if it gets dangerous, we go. I want to go.
No,
I want to go and be safe.
Xander, we should let's just pull ourselves together. We're okay here for now.
From what I recall, we believe that there are no more orcs in this complex, don't we?
So we're determined.
Let's just wait just a little bit. I need to get my breath.
Okay.
And you'll be protected. Just
Being horse.
In a moment of just like not Xanderism, I'm worried about you. If you're not safe, then we're not safe. And I need you to be safe.
I will be safe.
Just looking at Damocles like, because you're like my partner in crime. It's like, is this okay?
Yeah, no, that's
Will she be safe? Can we keep her safe? I can't keep her safe.
You kept me safe, Xander. Now
She's like, pops up a little bit. I kept her safe.
You blew up 2 out of 3 of the others.
you kept me safe. Now
Just my skill.
Yeah, I know, exactly. We're safe with you. You've done very well. And shown personal growth.
No, Xander, I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Can you come over here and could you just... I've been teaching you things. Could you take a look at Bartholomew, make sure he's okay?
Okay.
Just tell me if he looks injured. Yeah?
Okay, I walk
Yeah.
over to Bartholomew. Is Bartholomew in?
As you approach Bartholomew kind of begins to rear up and then stops, sees it's you, and then lets you approach.
Okay.
In fact, approaches you at this point as your head.
Sorry.
So he's Sam's just kind of like, good horse, donkey, pony, whatever you are. Are you hurt? He's just like, are you hurt? And then he will kind of look. Does he look?
You examine Bartholomew. There is not a scratch upon the donkey.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Good,
Thank you.
Good boy. Because I've heard you call him a good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Goes rooting around now, trying to get some food from you.
I don't have any.
I'm giving the orcs a bit of a pat down. See if we've got any more valuables. Because that near-death experience ought to be worth something.
You can't even say what I got was worth it.
There's not much of value, but you do find 87 pennies that are, kind of bent. But pennies are pennies.
Pennies. Yeah.
We have to get the big skin, don't we?
Yes.
Remind me what kind of state this cavern was in.
really valuable.
Is it habitable as a temporary kind of campsite?
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment?
absolutely.
It's not too filthy after the orcs.
The orcs seem to the main sort of thoroughfare of the cavern has been left untouched.
Okay.
So it's dusty. There's some dirt and stuff, but a lot of water seems to collect here, so it's kept it relatively fresh and clean.
I'm not sure how this will sit with you, Xander, but I didn't think we want to be moving Rhea too far right now. Perhaps we can use this cave as a temporary shelter and shelter from the weather.
You are the new bodyguard.
Well,
You rest, bodyguard. Keep us safe. And then he just kind of
I'll
walks.
try my best, or at least I'll tell you what you've done wrong afterwards.
That's not what.
And
Okay.
I'll start setting up, kind of, getting things out and getting out my my healing kit so that I can look over Rhea and
Great,
gauge
nice
the
to tell us
extent
what
of
you've done wrong.
the injuries.
So yeah, Rhea is pretty bad. Yeah, some very nasty wounds there. It's going to probably take some time for her to recover.
Just, yeah.
So we need to rest overnight and then gently make our way back, isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some proper rest.
Well, we pushed ourselves to get here, didn't we?
It's a day away from the ritual site and then a day back to farm.
Yeah.
So 2 days journey.
Another day from there to Swan, if that's where we're going back. So I think there's some time still until the caravan sets off, isn't there?
Oh yeah, you've still got plenty of time.
Yes. So we'll spend as long as possible getting this place comfortable, getting you comfortable, and so
You
camp
gonna-
tonight.
You gonna put up your tent?
That's what Gala does.
No, okay.
But Rhea can have my tent.
Oh wow.
You are.
Are you looking to camp in this cave then?
Yeah,
Okay.
we camped in a barn. Now we're going to camp in a cave.
Yeah.
And you're looking to do long-term care on Rhea?
Yep.
So cross off the charge of the healing kit as you begin to look after her. And are you using rations this night
We
Yeah.
ought to,
Yeah.
anyway.
rather than going out to hunt?
Did we had a communal pool of rations, didn't we, I think?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
Damocles did raise a good point, which is you got a walk that you killed, and walk pelts are valuable.
I think I did that.
Has anybody got the skinning skill? And the skinning
But there is a pelt right
Kit.
here.
That's probably a rubbish one, to be
That's
fair.
true.
No. Skinning. No, I don't believe so.
No?
No.
So, none of you have the means to safely remove the pelt.
So we'd have to do a rookie job of it, basically.
Rookie job, by the time you get it
Yeah.
back, it will be untreated, it will be turning mouldy, and it will be in ribbons.
Okay.
You just lack the ability, you can't even try, because you're
I've
going
got
to butcher
trapping.
the job.
Could we take its head? That could be valuable to someone.
I mean,
Mounted above a
that,
fireplace.
you can't really deny that we've killed that if we
So
take the
there's
head back.
there's one, there's the proof, and then two, that could be a trophy for some noble who wants to pretend he's killed it, you know.
The mayor!
Man.
Yeah, you can have a thingy in his.
Yeah, he might like that. Grotesque
Okay, so
display.
Yeah.
you obviously can't attempt to get the pelt, but yes, you can
We could take the head, couldn't we?
chop off the head.
Attach it to the back of Bartholomew. Scare our enemies away.
Yeah, you've got
Sure,
a
Bartholomew.
long bladed weapon of some kind to be able to do that?
Not my skill.
Anyone? I've got a rapier. I could stab it off, that
that's
wouldn't
not
really
the
work.
The dagger's too small. I mean, this is a large creature. I mean,
I could shout it off of the.
Yeah, then it'll be let's take
so
back this
you
mush.
could use the dagger, but you're going to be getting knee deep in work, as it were.
That's okay. Has anyone got a better offer?
We got them all over there.
Oh, yeah,
Spears.
that's gonna
Yeah,
be
there's no long swords in the party or
But
axes.
these guys
so-
have got the. They've got swords.
spears.
They've all had spears, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have any other weapons.
Did the
It's
shaman
just-
have?
The shaman had a battle axe.
Hey, there we go. Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's
Yeah,
going to pick
yeah,
up
that,
the first
super
battle axe?
I'm relatively strong. I could have a swing at this thing. It's not moving, right? So my aim will be steady enough-ish.
Okay, so you're going to use the battle axe from the shaman to try and chop off the head of the warg to bring back as a trophy.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that seems okay.
That seems fine.
Seems fine. Let's do
Okay.
that.
The battle axe of resurrection.
Yeah. Well, in which case, I'm just going to swing it right next. It's a once-a-day ability, though.
To move this on, make a dexterity roll. So roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier to see how well. To give you an idea, if you get 15 or higher, you've done a good enough job. Anything lower, degrees of lower, and it's a worse job to a complete mess up.
Anybody want half a walk head on the wall?
I just imagine just taking the nose off. Are we good?
You're good?
17.
17. It takes a few attempts to get your mark, and before it's not a pretty job, and you come back covered in very sort of mucousy warg blood that's thickening with the death of the creature.
Lovely.
But you've got a head in tow. The head itself is going to be about 5 encumbrance worth of.
That's what we got. That's what we got the horse and donkey for, right?
Yeah.
And Ixion somewhere.
Yeah. Where's
Ixion?
Where's Ixion?
Ixion, you
Ixion.
left. We sent him back to
We did.
to the manor house.
Captain Stewart.
With
Yes,
Captain
that's
Stewart,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Come.
But there is also the pelt that's on the wall. I mean, is that a war pelt?
No, I would be surprised. Can you imagine?
It's a mix of other sort of hides and stuff, probably
Yeah.
deer, you know.
It's a shame we can't get a pelt, but
I mean, we could take it back and go.
It's
It is
also-
totally a warg. Have you
It's
seen
also
a warg?
smelling a lot.
yeah, no.
Okay, so it's
Walk
now
head.
moving into evening. As you've got the walk head, you're being tended. You have used your rations across off one ration.
I got a copy of the rations in the back.
Yes, you're our quartermaster, I think. Aren't you?
Yeah, because of Bartholomew.
Logistics.
And your standard watch for the night.
What do we normally do?
Don't think you're going to be doing a watch.
You watch in the darkest
I think it'd be a
portion.
good
of
I
the
do,
night.
yeah.
I think I go first normally, don't I?
I think you go first than me because it's the darkest part of the night.
Yeah.
No.
And so long as the moons are favourable, you get to see quite well.
So we want to just let Rhea just go through the night, and then
Yeah.
we can bounce out her watch.
But first, Sander, we need to sort and make sure that the animals are looked after. No matter what happens to us, we have to make sure that Bartholomew
Mm.
and Dawnstar are cared for.
He
when
doesn't quite
Ixion-
agree, but okay.
When Ixion was with us, it's the same. We can't. Our animals, both Bartholomew and now Dawnstar, are what help us take our items from here and there. They are our backbone. Without such, we won't be able to go. So it is so important we look after them. And as you're learning about this, so it'll become one of your new skills, you need to help me today because I'm going to struggle a little bit. So, it is your time, Sander. Come, help me out.
Perhaps I can assist. Some wise words for once from Rhea.
You're so salty about this.
I think I'm going to be in
With-
trouble for this for a long time.
With Raphael's blessing, I can provide some of the skills to you.
Ooh.
So I'll spend a moment, I'll invoke Raphael's blessing and give us all your beast handling skills.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
So the knowledge is imparted.
It's a little bit weird, but you're beginning to get these kind of memories
I
and
understand
instincts
horses.
being imprinted on you. As you approach the animal, it's almost like you're automatically beginning to change how you approach the animal and how you tend for it. It's the weirdest feeling, but it also feels incredibly natural
like you-
at the same
Yeah.
time.
Care about it. Almost.
Yes, what is this feeling?
That's competence.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Can I have some of that?
Stretching it now.
So,
It's
you've
not that
invoked
powerful.
Raphael's power, and you have shared the beast handling skill from Ray.
I will come over with you. So this is Dawnstar.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you.
He knows. They don't shake hands, but hello never goes amiss. Hello.
The horse knocks its head down and back up again.
Oh, it's a smart horse. I like it. You will like Ixion. Yes. You too, Bartholomew. Yes, good boy. Got a bit of
On
boy.
saying good boy, Bartholomew comes in again to try and get some food.
Oh, okay, that's the trigger for food, is it? Good boy.
Oh! I was going to tell you, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
Oh, now I understand with this knowledge. Oh, you sneaky thing. I like it. I have my food.
I pass you over some of their food so you can feed them.
I kind of just pop it on the floor. I'm like, slobber.
Hey, you know how to feed a horse, though.
You know, but slobber. Okay. He's
You
like,
know how to feed a horse?
And the donkey,
Cheers.
there we are. If you're near me,
But I
Okay.
would imagine I am.
I'm not going to work.
You tend the animals.
I want
And
to see this.
once they've been watered, fed, brushed down, and looked after,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go and lie down.
And with that, you return to your makeshift. You've all got bedrolls, I believe. so-
No, it's Garrett's perched up my tent.
I'll put up the tent and throw looks at everybody.
Garrett, your job now
Do
within the
everything
group is
that's-
to put up Xander's tent.
You wiping your hands on my coat. My coat's actually worth more than your clothes.
Probably.
You wipe on your own dirty clothes.
Jeez.
I don't know. It doesn't look like.
To be fair, the luxurious clothes you're wearing are now beginning to look a little bit tatty. There's bits of
They
blood
are not
about them.
quite my luxurious clothing. They're my.
Yeah.
Medium.
Oh no, they are my luxurious robe. Aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Oh my robe.
You guys do some washing.
I am gonna have to. No, Daisy's gonna have to do some washing.
Oh, poor Daisy. Alright.
Right. And with that, you
Enjoy my tent.
enjoy some food, enjoy your tent, and have a watch system. What is your watch system?
Me first, you
I
later.
take the longest. I take the darkest.
Gareth, and then do we just do longer watches to cover the night for
Yeah.
her?
Yeah. It's 3 watches is a great watch. It's 4 hours each, which gives everybody 8 hours.
Perfect. There we are. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the first 4 hours.
The night passes uneventfully.
Good.
And by the morning, after long-term care, would you like to make your system shock saving throw?
You can't die now, can you?
Just quickly, before you do that, checking the
No.
long-term care
Don't look
gives
at me
you a
like that.
bonus to the saving throw.
It's like no. I can't have you die in my tent.
I'd soil the tent. if
You
I
would
can.
have I'm both annoyed and disgusted at you. And upset. It's a weird mixture of emotions.
No, this is recovery, isn't it?
Good. We like this.
Just caring about people, it's so annoying, isn't it?
Alright, it's under the kit, and let's just get healing kit, long-term care.
Does your boot go away?
So, you
Well,
need to
last
spend
episode.
4 charges for the long-term care.
Already?
1 for each fatality level on the target. So there's a lot of medicines, guard, binding of wounds, the cleaning of them out,
Yeah.
making sure you've got the best chance you have to recover.
Sorry, ow. Sorry, ow.
So you
I'm
now
not going to be particularly gentle as I do it, and I'm going to be taking every opportunity to remind you that it was a really foolish thing to do.
I love it.
You have been
so you've got a
lectured.
boon on this roll. Add that d6. Yeah.
Yes.
You now only have 3 fatality levels
Only
Good.
3.
Only 3.
as you remove one of them.
Yay.
You're feeling a bit better, but you're still
Yeah.
not right.
So the fatality levels that we've got, we have to be medically treated to get rid
No,
of them,
you
isn't
don't. For those of so you've got 1.
Yeah.
You get to make a normal system shock saving throw, and if you
Sure.
pass that, you remove yours.
You don't add anything to system shock, do you? It's literally just a flat.
No. If someone did long-term care, you'd get a bonus. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's a
so-
flat roll. It's a
Oh,
d20
if I get hurt, I'm
versus the number.
scuffed.
I might as well try anyways. Ooh, hello. 16.
You passed your saving throw.
I see.
Excellent.
So,
So
yeah.
you remove your fatality level, and I think the 2 of you didn't have any, so you're fine.
No, you didn't. I thought you had one. There you go.
No, that's last time.
I got rid of that one.
It is the morning of the 26th.
This doesn't.
Rhea, you're feeling a little bit better, but
Still not good.
still
Here's
not
my tent.
great. You will have noted Bartholomew's the only animal to eat. Dawnstar does not eat at all.
Magical.
Here, who? What? Who's the horse?
Yeah, good question.
You know the horse. Who's the horse? Sir? Sir? Madam?
Sir.
But sir. Who are you?
Well, it appears to be Dawnstar, which is a bit of a shock as Dawnstar died many years ago. I was only thinking
I have
about
already
it the other day.
Oh, okay.
He passed, funny enough, when my village was attacked by orcs. He died saving Bartholomew.
At this point, I'll be kind of going, okay, well, this isn't real. This isn't right. If this is because resurrection doesn't work.
No, there's no such thing as resurrection.
So I'm going to see if there's anything magical about this.
Do you want to make an Aether Theory test?
We're going to
For
assume
something like
yes.
this, you're probably looking at a 15.
I've already got plus 18. Is my Aether
Are
theory?
you Grandmastered?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't even fail.
Can't even
roll.
fail.
You pass. You're
Actually-
using this, and there is only one possibility.
This
There are
is not-
paladins and crusaders who, when they gain enough power, their guardians gift them a mount, and they can call forth their mount, bringing it from the ethereal into the physical world. For all intents and purposes, Dawnstar is probably the spirit of the animal made manifest as a summoned creature.
I will relay that to you.
You know, this is just... I was only thinking about Dawnstar the other day. It is good that he's back.
Will he stay now?
Allegedly, from what you understand, there's the gifted paladins and crusaders who can call forth their mounts. They can dismiss them and call them back, and even if the mount falls in combat, it will return.
Wow.
Because they're not there as a.
You probably already know it. Do you already know that?
I
I was going to tell you regardless.
Yeah. I sense that Dawnstar has come back for me.
Wow.
It's just a bit unknown and unnerving. I've not
Great
been able
gift.
to do something like this before.
Well, clearly you've caught the eye of the Guardians and received this great gift from them.
I'm honoured. If it hadn't been for, mind you, I do feel that maybe I hadn't looked after Bartholomew correctly. We should have probably either found somewhere to hide him or something like that. I'm so used to being with caravans, and when something happens, the sort of caravan looks after. And I know Bartholomew's been trained, and I've trained Bartholomew really well to defend himself. So.
Maybe he's Bartholomew's son. No. Silly. Look, I'm not going to pretend to know much about spirit horses. It's not really my field. What was on that note? The orc notes.
There was an orc note.
Yeah, it was a couple of notes that you were reading earlier.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, so he's looking a bit sheepish because he's like,
Remember that? You were going to tell us.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's the, if I hadn't have gone for those notes, Rhea would probably be okay. So he's looking, for the first time you see him, like,
It's a collective fault, but,
yes.
you know, let's
But
move
this
past
is
it.
new to all of us.
Yeah.
None of us have, I've worked with caravans. We've only recently all joined together.
Exactly.
We're still learning how to work with each other. So I shouldn't have run in.
Yeah.
I know, I listened. I shouldn't have run in. Maybe we should have stuck together. It's,
No mistakes, just happy accidents.
yeah.
Apart from yesterday's mistake. What was on the notes?
Well, it was a diary.
Okay.
A diary.
Diary. Yes,
I
not
can't-
a magical scroll that I was hoping.
I can't ever imagine why on earth would orcs keep a diary?
Well, let's find out. What was in the diary?
So I only really picked out two, didn't I?
Yeah.
So there were two entries that caught my interest. We have seen more of the violet ones. Their intention is unknown. but they appear to be drawn to Swanton. I will conduct a ritual closer to that accursed place. Number 1.
The violet ones?
The violence, yeah.
Alright.
And then, the ritual is done, and there is a strange presence there. It must be the power to break apart, tear that which is whole, and it must be ours to control. The voices speak truth, the bringers of chaos of their sign, the stronghold harbour will fall.
Well, that's concerning. What?
Concerning.
Can you read again?
Yeah.
Because Harbour's like, that's the big struggle.
Yeah.
That's what.
That
Do
is
you
the
want to write it down?
I'll
my
get it
home.
off you later, but yeah.
I'll send it over to you.
So, right, hang on. Violet ones? Does that mean anything to you?
Does it mean anything to me? Or you? Sounds a bit
History?
more.
Yeah, history or religion.
Or is
The
Any
term
above.
isn't
Yeah.
specific enough to be used
Just
to
a
use
colloq-
any skills.
it's colloquialism, though, isn't it?
It could
Yeah.
be tribe markings. Could
Absolutely.
be all sorts.
There was something about a presence as well, and like
Well, yes. There's also the
this is me as the player asking this question. Did we get to the bottom of what happened in that bastion? Because
Oh, where the bear turned weird.
just everything went weird, didn't it? It's like, are we?
And the book was reaching out for it.
Yeah, are we concerned that there's like some sort of weird corruption? And it's like I'm just wondering if there's a link, because they're not saying they've seen these things. They're saying they've done a ritual, so they could have seen via the ritual rather than with their own eyes. Because I don't think these guys have gotten that close to Swanton. So is this indicating perhaps something that links? I mean, it's a long shot. I'm just saying, is this indicating something that links to that issue?
Well, there was reference. I can't remember the exact wording, but there was reference to a breaker of sorts, and if you recall from the symbol
Yeah.
that was on the book in blood, that was
This one, Santa draws,
exactly
Yeah.
from memory.
that was very much a symbol of breaking, and it would be rather a coincidence if the ritual revealed these things to this shaman and it wasn't this book, wouldn't it?
These rituals, are they looking at the present, or are they looking at the future? Do we think?
It's not really my area.
No, I wonder if it's yours. Because if it's looking at the future and we have some symbol of this breaker and they're talking about harbour, I mean, we've got plans to take this thing to harbour. Does that maybe indicate that that's a mistake?
From what you said, the diary didn't seem as if it was written, towards the future. It was very much a case of.
But it was talking about what they found out from the rituals. So I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Is do they see this happening now, or is this more prophetic?
It read to me as though the ritual was explaining what is, and the reference to harbour was more a plan
Yeah.
of some sort.
Do you want me to read it again?
That second one, if you don't mind.
The second one.
Sorry.
The ritual is done, and there is a strange presence there. It must be the power to break apart, tear that which is whole, and it must be ours to control. The voices speak truth, the bringers of chaos of their sign, the stronghold harbour will fall.
So there doesn't necessarily mean it is in harbour. There could mean anywhere. But they're trying to use this thing they're talking about to destroy harbour. Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
thinking
this is just-
when you said so if you think about it, we had the two entries. One was saying that they would that
Do
it
the
was
ritual.
closer to
Swanton.
Swanton,
Yeah.
and then when the second one would have been after they did the ritual at Swanton.
Yeah.
We have seen
So-
more of the violet ones. Their intention
So they've-
is unknown, but they appear to be drawn to Swanton. I will conduct a ritual closer to that accursed place.
And then the second one, the ritual is done.
Yeah.
So this is where, and there is a strange presence there. So that would have been
The ritual
so
place, I imagine.
ritual
Where
place,
we've probably come
which
from.
had been Swanton. I'm assuming.
It's also close to the hole.
Because we went to the ritual place. It's halfway between here and the town, not Swanton, but
Farnborough.
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 But there's also the hole, wasn't there? It was close to the hole. Because that's why I went there in the first place.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, that's where we got the book from. Originally was the Hole, which was Farnborough, which is
Near Swanton.
yeah. So the ritual site, assuming they're saying it's near here, I mean a day, presumably is within that kind of range of that ritual site. It could literally. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not jumping to conclusions here, but it does seem like it could relate to what we've got in our possession, is what I'm saying. And therefore, I'm just thinking, if they're talking about using it to destroy Harbour, it's something we need to bear in mind. Are we kind of doing their work for them by taking it there, or? I mean,
But they wanted, they were seeking to have it within their control.
yeah, and I suppose if they're just speaking
Not
for
in
themselves,
their
they're dead now, so they're.
You also do not forget the translation I've given you has assumed you're using something like decipher language. Decipher language is not precise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will relay that. It's just.
An approximation,
Yeah.
maybe the kind of gist. If you could have read Orcish, you
Yeah.
might have got the nuance of what was written.
What I think it's probably important to try and work out, and I don't know how we go about this, is whether these guys are operating alone or if they're part of something bigger. Because if so, we've got an ongoing problem in relation to these notes to deal with. Whereas if actually these guys were just working in isolation, then I guess we've solved that problem.
Wasn't there a tribe that we linked these back to?
Is it Fingerbone tribe, is it?
I think you're right, yeah. The Fingerbone tribe.
Yeah.
It's an isolated tribe up in the north.
And they're from a long way away.
But there seems to be, thinking about how big these tribes can get to, we've certainly not seen enough orcs to constitute a tribe yet.
No, we.
I mean, they're hordes, so...
They were in the hundreds, I think, and it's like, yeah.
But this could mean that the tribe is on the move, and maybe this is a forward party or something.
I'm drawn to the reference of the voices being correct. You know, whether those are divine voices or whether they are simply perhaps some charismatic leader that's joining the tribes. But certainly they have designs on Harbour.
Yeah.
We were intending to go there anyway to learn more about this cursed book. I think it's even more important that we go there as soon as possible to alert them to the fact that there seem to be some sort of designs amongst the Orcish tribes.
I mean, assuming they're talking about this book, if they need it to do anything, then I suppose taking it to the safest place is still the better option. I mean, Harbour is the safest place to be.
I was about to say maybe one of us should stay outside of Harbour with the book and go in and find. But maybe after what we've currently been through, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I vote me. I'll stay with the book.
No.
That's
I think we've learnt that's not a good idea.
Have I?
You've not learned it.
No, I've not learned it.
Okay. Well, we're not going to work this out here, but it's food for thought. I guess.
Go now.
I guess our plan's got to be how we get home now. Slowly, I imagine.
So, it's early morning.
Yeah.
You're not feeling great, but
That'll be fine.
yeah.
Are we done
Merely a flesh wound.
clearing out this place? Because there was one tunnel that I think we'd left behind, wasn't there?
Yeah,
That
there
was
is.
not actually gone down.
Just got to
We're
make sure.
assuming there was some sort of living quarters, or at least I am.
Yeah.
Let's check it out anyway.
And just make sure there's not one little orc hiding somewhere, because they can still do a lot of damage to the
You're going
area.
to check the last passage that you haven't been.
Just clear the corners, make sure.
It goes about 120 feet before it opens up into a smaller into a larger chamber. The large chamber absolutely stinks. Lots of sort of straw bedding around the place, and then one side has just got meat and flesh and all sorts just piled up in the way of provisions.
No, not for us.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah.
Doesn't look like they keep anything valuable down here.
No.
Guess that'd be in the Shames quarters.
But more importantly, it doesn't look as if there's anything of danger down here. So
There was a route out of Shames quarters, but that was just basically going to the river, wasn't it? So there's not.
There was a hole that dropped down.
Dropped
you
down.
could hear the river below.
I mean, there's nothing really to say there. It's just that's just lower down the cliff, and we don't really need to be there. So I guess we've cleared this area then. Well, let's focus on getting you home.
Okay.
And
With that, you begin to make your day's journey, at least to get back to the ritual site before you do the final step back to Farnborough. As you move through this day,
I don't like that face.
Damocles, are you high ground again?
Same.
Darting around?
Yeah, same kind of
Galleons?
same kind of scouting
Yeah, bit of scouting.
situation. Right?
You, Rhea, are you walking or are you mounting up onto Dawnstar?
Oh, as long as the terrain allows me to ride, I'll ride Dawnstar, and Bartholomew's reign will be off the back of Dawnstar.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to go charging around.
Oh, no.
But Dawnstar, being a battleborn, is
Yeah.
really sure-footed and capable
Yeah,
of
and
traversing this ground.
I'm feeling a little bit weak and rubbish.
Yeah. On top of Dawnstar, you feel a lot more protected. And the two of you then mounted up. Bartholomew being led behind.
Still completely.
You're
innocent.
walking.
Sorry.
You're looking at Bartholomew, aren't you?
I am.
You kind of curl up in all the provisions, but I think that would be a bit of weight too much for Bartholomew.
How dare you? I don't weigh that much. I'm skinny.
No, I get that. But
I think if I'm not allowed to ride Bartholomew, I will begrudgingly walk.
Okay. And
Yes, you do see me eyeing up. It's like,
you spend the day walking back to the ritual site, and as the sun is beginning to set, the weather, by the way, has turned. It's a blustery. There are a lot of clouds coming in. Very overcast. You think this is set for the next couple of days?
Yeah, this is going to be in for a bit. I'm sorry. Thank you for lending me your talent.
so I was generous of you.
you
considering
let me
the weather.
yours.
Okay, and at the end of the 26th, you make camp at the ritual site.
May as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
If it,
A bit further on, so you
Yeah,
find
bit further away, is it?
I'm a bit nervous about being.
Before we do that, I
That
might just do
place.
another little scan just to see if there's anything I missed now that I've got this further information. Just anything further, like.
Okay. Well, you think you got everything the first time round.
I know, it's just.
And this information, I mean, you kind of pieced together the ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Damocles, you found enough evidence, then you came along and kind of filled it in with chalk and...
Yeah,
So you know where it was, you know the symbol that was present.
I do. It was
But
different to that one, wasn't it?
Because a lot of the evidence was removed,
Oh, that's true, of course, yeah.
yeah, you were missing lots of pieces.
Okay, maybe I'll say I really want, and you guys are like, no.
Yeah. There's
So
no,
I'll just-
there's no
yeah,
real
there's
reason
probably
to
no reason, but
be near it.
yeah.
With that, you go about an hour into the evening to
Yeah.
be further away from this and closer to the grasslands and make camp there.
Just a bit uncomfortable
yeah.
staying in that location.
yeah.
We don't know what they did for that ritual.
Oh yeah.
Are we doing long-term care again for that night?
Yep.
Yeah, to keep you open in the morning. So it's now 3 charges of your kit. So your
Yeah.
healing kit, you're running out of
My
your
kit is gone.
medicines. Your kit's gone.
I'll pass you my healing kit.
Okay, so I'll 3 charges off it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense that we have a couple of charges spread
Yeah.
across. I think.
Okay.
Rather than completely take out another one.
And same watch system as before.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And Rhea not on watch given her.
No, I think
condition.
she needs the rest.
All right. Xander,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
you're on watch.
I'm on watch.
It is cloudy, so the moons are they're not illuminating. It's dark. It's dreary. The winds are gusting still here. You got the
Yep.
roar of the river muffled in the distance. So it's not trying to like I was trying to sleep next to it. And you're getting a little bit bored when something catches your attention.
Oh no. Okay.
Something you're surprised you never saw to begin with.
Oh no.
There's sort of a little rocky outcrop. Goes above you. You're kind of using it as a bit of shelter.
Okay.
And just hanging off it, there seems to be this egg.
Huh?
This egg has got these sort of twines, vines almost,
Okay.
strands that attach it to the rocky outcrop.
Oh.
But what takes your attention is the egg is purple and glows this pulsing purple colour.
Can I do? Can I just check before I touch it? Because I'm not that stupid. Can I just see what kind of magic-y stuff I can...
Could you make a detect aether? Because you use the rogue ability as opposed to the spell.
Yep.
So make a roll and let me know what you get.
28.
Oh my god.
It's a very good roll. You now begin to adjust your eyes. The world of the aether appears around you. You see the ebbs, the flows, and as you examine the aether coming up to this egg, the aether begins to start acting erratically. There is a change in the way it swirls around. This is aberrant in nature. This is alien. This is something not of your world. The way the aether reacts is almost chaotic, strange. You don't know what this is, where it came from, why no one noticed it until you did. But this egg is just hanging.
Does it
And
look...
then-
Is the purple violet?
Depends what you call it. Violet, purple, violet, could be, maybe. But there is a slight crack now appearing across the egg.
Oh, of course.
Okay, who's closest to me?
Whoever you want to be.
Oh,
Okay. With that, you, yeah.
okay.
You're awoken.
Egg!
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Egg!
Some bacon wouldn't go amiss.
Alien egg!
An alien egg? What? An alien egg?
Alien egg! I was going to take it, and then it started cracking.
As in some aliens coming out of it?
I
Well, wake the others. Wake the others!
want to watch it. You
Alright, wake the others! I was just like, sort of
Yeah, I'm not even looking at you. It's
cautiously
like,
tiptoeing around, and it's like, Garrett, you first. Xander has found an alien egg. It may be hatching above our
Let's
heads.
continue to.
it's definitely...
Quite a bit now, actually.
And Galad, you're
Can I just
awoken.
check, was this a dream or are you...
It's actually happening at this moment.
You hear Tanza goes, the cracks are getting bigger!
You're
Right.
You're our other intelligent person, and I thought I'd wake you first. I'm going to go and grab Rhea and make sure she's still alive. Do you want to have a look at this? I'm going to go grab Rhea.
Okay, and with that, you begin to wake Rhea.
Yeah.
So Rhea, you're not sleeping in armor at all, because if you do, you can't
Can't,
have a recovery test. You can sleep in your leather
Leather
armor.
armor, yeah.
So you're fine. So whilst Damocles,
Yeah.
you're waking Rhea. Galad, what are you doing?
I'm going to go and see if I can spot this creature.
Well, it's
Where his hand is just like pointing at this.
underneath. There's this piece of rock to provide some shelter
How
from the wind,
big?
and it's
Yeah.
hanging.
How big is it?
It's a couple of feet from one side to the other. It's big.
I didn't...
That was me imagining something.
Yeah, no. I was gonna like grab it, and then it's like, and I say that I didn't touch it this time. It's hatching.
Wise.
So Ray,
people
you're
are
being
learning.
woken up at this point.
I'm going to examine this thing, see if I recognise it, see what it is.
Okay.
First thing I'm going to do is to start donning armour, because
Okay.
that's going to take me quite
That's
a
going
while.
to take minutes. Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
And you can shorten it with help. It's like 10 odd minutes.
Do you want a hand?
Yeah,
It's
you
quicker with.
Yeah, right, let's start. But
Okay, so the two of you are now getting Rhea into her armour.
Just
Galad, you
undressed.
have a look at it.
Mhm.
The first thing you're getting is an overwhelming sense of corruption from this. It is aberrant in nature, so it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
creatures from the deep aether.
we got to do it.
You've never seen one of these before.
No.
But if you can gain access to historical books, you might find reference, you might be able to research what this is. But right now, all you know is it is an aberrant egg. That is, the cracks are getting bigger, and then a piece of the egg kind of falls. It doesn't hit the ground, it just seems to and turn into vapor. But you've now got a hole in one part of the egg. And then another kind of crack, and then another piece of the egg falls.
I'm not even looking at you. I'm like, danger?
Yes.
But my eyes do not leave it. I'm just stepping back and kind of, if I can tuck around, it's like, danger's not my thing.
I presume that this is one of the violet ones that the shaman was talking about.
It depends on your definition of violent, but yes.
Well, let's have a chat about that.
Yeah. We can
That's
discuss
important right
shades in daylight.
There is a strong glow from within the egg, and as more of the cracks begin to form holes that the shells seem to fall away from, you're seeing something moving within the egg. What are you all doing?
I'm just tying armour to Rhea at the moment.
I'm putting ether armor on.
Oh, good call.
Ether armor, I would have said would have been on, because during your watch you just flick,
Yeah.
it comes on, you
Okay.
sustain it as a focus.
Perfect.
It's done.
I'll start casting my focus spells.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
asleep,
wait.
so yours are down.
Yeah. So bless on me, thee, and yourself. So
You. Yes, you don't need it as much. Do you?
no, you don't spend stamina on the enhance. Your signature spell.
Anything else?
I would have got shield up as well, actually.
Okay, so shimmering shield appears by your side as well.
I will. So that's a saving one.
And Ray, you're still getting your armour on. You've probably got a couple of the leg pieces done at this point. Just checking, Callan.
Damocles, you'd sorted your points of fatality, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, okay. In which case, I'm probably just going to put light up
Got my hair back.
for the time being, and that's it.
The bottom part of the egg begins to crack away and then falls. You see loads of these sort of egg just drifting down and vanishing, and something seems to be unfurling from within the shell, the inside of this egg. You almost see this kind of, the best way to describe it is it's a glow, but within the glow is darkness. Absolute darkness, but within that darkness you're seeing what appeared to be stars, lots of stars, and almost like galaxies represented within. This seems to be unfurling and dropping from the remains of the egg, and the egg itself now seems to be fading. What you're all looking at, almost mesmerized,
Oh yes.
is this glowing, purple glowing thing, almost like a tear. And the inside is just worlds upon other worlds upon other worlds. Can I now ask you all to make a saving throw?
Okay.
This is...
I'm actually in a tent with Rhea. Putting on armour.
Well, we
Can
probably-
we see it?
Yeah,
yeah, because you would have had to
stand
leave
up.
this tent to put the armour on.
Suppose
So
not
you're all
a
outside.
tent. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is an insight gaze saving throw.
Oh.
If you all make your saving throws and let
Could
me
it,
know.
could it not be? That's like.
Nope.
That's my worst.
So don't
that's
forget,
my
you've all got
worst
your fate
combination.
points, which weren't used.
Yeah, I think I might.
So two fate points with arm with.
Whatever your temporary fate
Temporary
points are.
fate points. Yeah.
Do I get from my
Yes.
background feature a boon on this? Dark Secrets, I get boons on saves against attacks and abilities. But
Yes.
It's an ability.
Absolutely, it's an ability. It is an aberrant creature. You definitely get a.
I rolled a
bonus on the
1. Am I allowed to fate point a 1?
save. You can always fate point.
Thank you.
So
Yes,
you've now made
I've
it.
now
It's a
saved
fate
it.
one. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
I have to roll a 15 to do this, so I'm pretty much not going to do it. So
Damocles, you have failed the save. Rhea,
Was it
it is an insight gaze saving throw.
just imagine I go immediately insane.
So I've made it, but I want to check because of my fatality levels. There's nothing.
No,
That's fine. So yeah, I've made it.
you've made it, and Gallad,
Yeah, made it.
you've made it as well.
Well, I will let you know what happens
Excellent.
by
Oh, maybe
being.
Yeah, we'll. When you suddenly turn into an aberrant yourself.
Oh, I probably have better stats.
So, Damocles, you are transfixed. All you can do is stare at this thing in not wonderment, but just you cannot understand, you cannot comprehend. Your mind is struggling, and because of that, you're unable to do anything because your mind is just trying to make sense of what you're looking at. You three who made your saving throws, you can act normally. You see Damocles in the state.
Guys,
What you know what you're looking at just doesn't make sense,
This is
and this
weird.
thing has kind of drifted down and is now no more than 10 feet away from where you're all assembled, just kind of folding itself back and forth, opening up, the darkness getting bigger before it contracts again, the stars and galaxies appearing before they disappear.
Seeing in 5 dimensions.
What are you all doing?
Nothing.
So far this thing doesn't seem to have attacked or done anything like that.
Is there anything that we could... Have we got something we can try and catch it in or something? Because I don't like this. But
I've got a water skin.
Did you spot me pick up that dagger? I'm not obviously saying this, but did you?
You can stop talking now. You're unable to talk. Your
Probably
brain
not, to be honest.
your brain is comprehending, or at least attempting to comprehend what you're looking at, and it is just
Something to
unable to
stab
do so. You
this
can't
with.
even form a sentence right
Yeah,
now.
no.
You're just
No, I was more player reminding you. Did you see that? But yeah, you probably didn't.
Well,
No,
we were
no, I was,
You were re-
I
you
was
were
reading,
reading.
and I'm single-minded.
okay. So
Xander's not.
My
Guts isn't to attack because he's fascinated. But if you guys attack, he will attack. But it's not his first instinct.
my order was set up to tackle these things. They are inherently unnatural, need to be destroyed as soon as they are found.
beginning to drift away
But
at
I-
this stage.
Don't know a great deal about it,
Can we follow it?
about what it is. It's drifting away.
Yeah. It's just beginning to go into the grasslands, but as it moves, you can just see where the grass is kind of wavering in the darkness. It just seems to drift through. The grass is completely unaffected by this thing. It's as though it doesn't actually exist where it is.
Maybe we
Um,
follow.
I love running through.
Well, my assumption was that this reference to the violet ones was they were somehow drawn not to Swanton but to the book. Perhaps
But we have the
they're not, because
I'm not saying anything.
I'll double
But you
check
have-
that I still have the book and
I haven't
You know,
touched
you
it. No.
No, but you're right.
You
This is where were we
See
camping?
the metal.
We were
Yeah.
camping underneath. So yes, you're right. Shall we see where it's going?
well, it's heading in the direction of Swanton, I think, isn't it?
Which way is it going?
No, it's heading towards Farnborough.
Yeah.
But you're so far away that it might be heading that way from
That's
Farnborough,
fine.
the other side of
Yeah,
Farnborough,
but
to
it's-
Farnborough itself.
I'm
to,
pres-
you don't know.
Again, it seems like too much of a coincidence for the journal of this shaman to refer to something that fits this description, and that they're heading in that direction. But
You can still just about make out the glow from
Well,
this
if
thing,
you're
but it
if
is
you've said if
beginning
someone said
to
the word
get some
follow,
distance
Xander's
away.
gone.
I
Xander
can't.
will he's fascinated.
I will.
I'm
He's
stuck.
half listening.
I'm
Xander-
stuck looking
so-
at the egg tear, right? So I'm just gonna.
No, you're
You're beginning to get to your senses because it's kind of
God.
obscured now. It's drifting out of sight.
So it's not the space it came out of. It is
was
the
the actual
creature.
It's the creature itself,
Okay.
or whatever this thing happens to be.
It's going through the grass, and I'm just about able to form the idea. I love
So this
running
this
through
kind of
grass.
tear in space
Should
is
run
just
through grass.
drifted into the grass. And is
Okay.
someone
going
said
out of
follow,
sight.
and Xander is.
Um,
And
let's just
Gather.
gather our senses.
we have a couple of things to
Cold
consider.
Dawn Star Rover.
You're going to need to continue resting. I don't think we can go after it with you in the condition that you're in. What I do want to go and see is if it's harmed the grass, if it's harmed
Okay.
the living matter that it's
Which is
seems
if
to
it didn't
travel through.
exist. It didn't even look
So
like.
I'll go and follow its path, just to inspect the ground, just to inspect the grass that it's travelled through, see if it's harmed anything.
Doesn't look
No,
like
it's not
anything.
anything.
No.
Is it leaving any sort of noticeable trail we can follow?
I presume not. Then, in which case,
Do you want to try your tracking ability?
I'm not sure if I do.
Am I coherent enough to do tracking?
You are now that it's out of sight.
Let's follow that thing that I just can't understand. Tracking is okay for me. On paper.
Okay.
How does it translate? Yeah, I feel about right.
Gallad, are you helping Damocles, or
Could you,
you're going to wait and just in case?
could you give us a
You're going to wait. Yeah.
From what I recall, I don't know much about this. I know that the Inquisitors were set up to deal with aberrants, but I really haven't learned a great deal of the Order's secrets on this matter.
No, because such secrets are dangerous.
Exactly.
I need to know these.
Did you know in the Order?
The dark ether. That's a natural part of our existence, right? That's not tied to any sort of
No. Your shadow aether that you draw
just-
from roguish abilities. It's the aether is split into two halves. You've got the very positive, bright side. Typically, you draw magic from there. You've got the void.
Yep.
And typically, you don't do anything there. Shadow is in between. It's the elements and stuff like that. It's
Okay.
that border kind of between.
Because
dark
my
and light.
concern, which some people clearly didn't consider, is whether using the dark ether to track this thing might somehow draw its attention or cause it to change its behaviour or.
Well, I barely used the dark.
It lost connection to it. Yes. I'll, after considering things very carefully, and after a few minutes of internal monologue, yes, I will try and use tracking to see if I can.
10 is what I got.
In total.
In
So
total.
make your roll.
Please.
I think you both have the same +8 value, so it's
Yeah,
it's
I've got
the highest.
Plus 10.
You got +10.
Yeah,
So
23.
You use +10 now.
That's better.
23.
23 I got.
The two of you begin to examine, looking for tracks. There are a lot of tracks here. It's very confused. A lot of wildlife has been around the area.
Sure.
You're not picking up anything related to this thing. You know it's just been passed, but you're not picking up echoes. You're not picking up any sign. Your tracking ability, when it taps into the aether, it's as though this
Invisible to the
creature
ether.
doesn't exist.
I've barely just wiped the drool off my face as well, to be fair. So I'm just like, I'm still completely reeling, anyways.
You
What
can
about if
just about see the glow now within the dark.
What about if I use ether theory? Can I spot it?
You're
as
you're still
also
doing
tracking?
detect aether,
Oh right, yeah.
and the aether's returned to normal around you. There's not even a trail left.
That's
So it's as though this egg didn't exist as well.
So,
There's no evidence.
have we now lost sight of it?
You're almost losing sight now.
I
So-
almost think we need to follow.
Is it travelling in a perfectly straight line?
You don't know. It's hard to tell.
so. Choice is run or stay. But run.
Follow stay.
I'm going to take your guidance on this since this is your
Xander is preparing to run because he's fascinated, but he knows.
this is your area of expertise. As it turns out,
So, Galad, what is it to be?
or more than ours, anyways.
Yes, more than the rest of you. My primary concern is still Rhea's health
Yeah.
and the injuries that you've suffered. I
Look.
don't think that this is important enough to override that concern. And I think we need to stay here for
Look,
the rest of
I'll-
the night.
I'll
You heal up.
I'll be okay.
If it is
But
any
what
sort of
happens-
danger or any sort of threat, then it's more important that we have you healthy than
Yeah.
that
But
we
what
find it.
happens if that encounters a village or something? We don't know what's gonna. Mind you,
We
it's
don't.
ignored us completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know enough about it. We do know that you need healing.
Yeah.
And if it encounters a village and people suffer as a result, then that will simply have to remain on my conscience.
Well, let's remind ourselves that this thing, we just happened to find this thing. Who's to say there's not more of this happening somewhere we're not?
There are an awful lot of coincidences about, aren't there? I don't like coincidences.
I don't love it, but I mean, this is also a case of, well, yeah, we could nearly kill ourselves
If it
trying
was-
to stop this, but it could be happening
If it was
elsewhere.
travelling at the pace that it was travelling, and if it stays travelling in a straight line, which I can't see any reason for it to change from, because it seemed to just travel through the grass,
Yeah,
so the terrain has no effect on it.
which means we wouldn't catch it if we wanted to
Well,
at this point.
what I'm thinking is that we probably will catch up to it tomorrow if we perhaps push ourselves tomorrow,
Okay.
after you've had an additional night's rest, potentially heal up some more of your wounds.
I've got the same concerns as you, but I think you're right. I think we've got to preserve your health. We're no good to anyone if we kill ourselves chasing this thing either. You know,
Okay.
it's heading towards a protected area. We're not leaving them completely defenseless, but we'll do our best.
We've not.
What
I
sort
mean,
of speed was it doing?
It wasn't particularly slow, but it wasn't
Particularly fast
incredibly
either.
fast either.
so us. you and the horse,
Yeah.
and us pushing our pace a little.
Yeah, and you can potentially catch up.
Potentially catch up with it if we set off relatively early, promptly.
Shall we do that then?
Yeah, okay. And I can't help thinking, although this, if it is what the shaman saw or was referring to,
Then it's happened already.
and there have been no reports on it,
No.
surely word of this would have got to us in Swanton.
Yeah.
If people had encountered these things and lived to tell of it.
But this appeared above us. We weren't even near the ritual site. So we're about an hour away from the ritual site. That's bizarre.
But it's a coincidence, isn't it?
Maybe.
Does this mean I took my arm off?
Or it's our
Yes.
Well,
or it's our valuable possession that's drawing this stuff in.
with a decision made,
Yeah.
you start taking your armor off to return to sleep. The rest of you,
My half armour that's
Yeah.
half on.
Yeah. we just
Xander, you
tied
continue
it
to watch,
onto.
albeit a little bit.
Oh, my eyes. I'm not even looking that way. My eyes, just in case it comes back.
Yeah.
But the
But the
Keisha
rest,
glass glances up in case
Yeah.
another one appears.
the rest of the evening passes uneventfully.
Okay.
And by the morning, you're ready to continue.